Hello and welcome back to Wolf and Friends Top 5s. Also, this is a very climactic moment for this channel. It is our 50th video special. So for this, we're doing a top 10 anti-climactic boss fights.
How do you support something so climatic as our 50th video with an anti-climax?
Yes, I'm with my colleague again for this. So, let us begin this new special with our top 10.
Number 10.
343 Guilty Spark from Halo 3. He's been in all 3 games for the most part, helping out the Chief, but also betraying him in the first game. The reason why he's on this list is because in Halo 3, the cutscene for it is when they set him up as such a big boss fight, how he took down Johnson, the Arbiter, and the Chief with one blast in order to prevent them from destroying the ring that's under his control. So after that, the Chief must fight him, after it is revealed that Chief is a Forerunner, supposedly. So during the boss fight, the first thing he does is push you away with like some orange circular blast. But then you can shoot him down with a battle rifle. You have to keep him stalled for Johnson to attack him once. And then he dies, giving you the Spartan laser, which has unlimited ammo at 82%. You just need to shoot him 3 times, and it's not pretty difficult. So with 343 Guilty Spark destroyed alongside the ring, we will wait for the Chief's return in Halo 5.
Number 9. Soundwave from Transformers: War for Cybertron. In his mission, you play as Optimus Prime and you must rescue Zeta Prime, the current leader, from Soundwave's prison. However, Soundwave jumps you and attacks you. You'd expect an epic one-on-one boss fight with the most badass Decepticon, but instead, he hides behind a force field, sends out his pets to attack you, and also unleashes turrets while firing at you from a safe distance. You have to take down his pets' mini-cons. There are 3, Frenzy, Rumble, and Laserbeak. You must take down the mini-cons over Soundwave. That way, once they're down, Soundwave will come out of his force field and give you the chance to attack him because he's caring and nurturing for his pet children. It's a very simple boss fight considering that you don't actually fight Soundwave. The game itself is good though, but if you're expecting a one-on-one boss fight with the greatest Decepticon character known to the fans, you'll be for a big anticlimactic letdown. But after you defeat Soundwave, which some people say this boss fight is only hard because of his hiding behind turrets, but Soundwave gets away and you don't kill him. But an anticlimactic boss fight nevertheless because of the lack of skills needed to beat him.
Number 8. From Resident Evil 4, Lord Sadler. I haven't had any personal experience with this guy yet because I don't have Resident Evil 4, but what I can tell you is that apparently he's the main villain trying to use Las Plagas, a plague that is also used in Resident Evil 5. He uses it on himself and transforms into some giant half-spider, half-human thing where all you have to do is keep hitting him with metal bars in order to weaken him, jump down and stab him in one eye, like about 3 times. It's not that difficult, it's just running around and waiting for bridges to occur. That is the major challenge. But then after doing that and probably upsetting him nonetheless, Ada Wong comes to your aid supposedly with an RPG. You can use that and use the RPG to finish him off with one shot to the eye. Yes, that's right. All it takes is one shot, and in a cinematic cutscene, he is defeated. It's not that really built up. I mean, it really is just running around and pressing X a couple times. Otherwise, he'll jump around. But yeah, nonetheless, like on this list, he's not that hard to face, supposedly. And then after that, you just have to run away in like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So Lord Sadler is not even the lord of anticlimactic villains. Number 7. Awakening from Star Fox Assault. Apparently the son of Andros from the first game. He too is an ape kind of thing. And here's the first boss fight.
However, it's not very that well put together, considering that Oikini is originally set up as the main villain, only for you to defeat him easily by disabling his palm hands like Andros, and then the real villain gets introduced after destroying him.
It's not a hard boss fight. I mean, the only times he'll cover his hands is when he tries to attack you, when he forms them into fists. But otherwise, you can just charge shot them like a couple times, and then aim them at the palms, where once one arm is defeated, it gets very easy.
It's not too difficult to dodge this boss, considering his only attack are his hands. But nevertheless, Oikini is very anticlimactic, because you expect the son of Andros to be powerful and put up a fight, only for him to be the level 1 boss of the game.
Sadly, once he's gone, the real boss comes, the Aporoids. But Andros is still a very weak and unevolved ape.
But his son is even weaker as a boss.
Number 6. Glados. From Portal 2, I should be specific, because in Portal 1 her boss fight is actually difficult. But in Portal 2, throughout the beginning of the game, you and Wheatley must team up in order to get her out of power by disabling her turrets, neurotoxins, and explosives, missiles that she uses.
All of that is done before you even face Glados, though, so it's kind of a given to do and get past.
Luckily, Glados was unaware that you did any of that, and the only thing stopping you from her is a bunch of pads that shoot you back whenever you try to hit a button. The button is used for the core transfer between her and Wheatley. So it's not that difficult. You just need to use a portal to get behind them and outsmart technology, like how you always do in the games.
Considering Glados doesn't even put up much of a fight except for platforms that block you, it's kind of a big letdown, and she got a serious decrease in intelligence for the second game. Very anticlimactic that all you have to do is get past a wall and press a button to defeat her.
Yes, but the rest of the game is still pretty good, especially for Glados, where she gets some character development, except until she deletes it.
And our betrayal of Wheatley happens in that game.
Without Glados, we go down to our number 5.
Bowser.
Or King Koopa.
If you go by the film. Bowser is a anticlimactic boss, mostly in the first Super Mario Bros. Game. But however, they did later make him anticlimactic for other games, but this one takes the cake, considering all you have to do is either jump over him and press a button or grab an axe that destroys the platform he's on, causing him to fall into the lava.
Don't know why he keeps that axe around, but as you keep progressing world to world, they try to make it more dangerous by him spewing fire, them having platforms disabling you to jump, cheeps on top that I think can fall down.
And he throws battle axes in the final level, which are easy to dodge too.
But yeah, overall, the one who kidnapped Princess Peach, you think he'd put up much of a fight, but for such an old game, they probably thought that it was challenging enough.
Considering that they also redo the scene where Bowser continues to leave a place where you can destroy the platform he's on and fall into lava, it makes a very strong anticlimactic boss for that to happen.
And a very cliche Disney boss fight.
Considering he falls to his death in every level.
Sadly, with the King Koopa dethroned, we go to our number 4 on the list. Nikita Dragovich from Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Dragovich is on the list because it's hard. The campaign is pretty hard just to get up to him, where you have to figure out what's wrong with Mason. Then once you do, you try to take down the Rezilka, or the broadcasting station for all of the sleeper agents. However, when you're almost about to die, one of your teammates comes in and saves you by weakening his arm, where all you have to do is grab him, throw him to water, and apparently that's not enough, just hitting his head on a bunch of metal, and after a somewhat long cutscene of him talking to you, and you talking back to him, all you have to do is drown him, pretty much. It's very sad to see such a good villain die so easily. Not a gunshot, but just by lack of oxygen. Sadly, though, he will always be remembered as the traitor to the Russians.
Very anticlimactic. Some bosses you just have to get to, and then when you fight them, it's the anticlimactic part that happens.
So, with the Russian down, go to our number 3.
The Elusive Man from Mass Effect series. The Elusive Man is one of the coolest villains introduced in the series, being played by famous actor Martin Sheen, and being the most powerful, influential human in the galaxy. The Elusive Man doesn't become an actual villain, though, until Mass Effect 3, where he works every attempt to screw over your Shepard and his or her attempts to fight back against the Reapers. Considering that the Elusive Man basically represents all the evils of humanity, you'd expect him to have a very powerful boss fight. In the end, it's revealed that the Elusive Man is indoctrinated by the Reapers. After assuming that he could control them, he ends up being controlled by the Reapers. It leads up, of course, to a final showdown. After the Elusive Man's lost everything, he's still trying to fight you and take control of the Reapers. You and Anderson have a showdown against him, where he wounds Anderson by forcing you to shoot him, and faces off against you. You have either the option of shooting him yourself, or talking the Elusive Man into killing himself with a shot to the head. Very anticlimactic, because you'd expect the Elusive Man to have like a Saren boss fight, where he transforms into a monster machine. However, all you have to do is shoot him, and he's dead.
Number 2. William Carver from The Walking Dead Season 2.
William Carver is introduced as a copy of the Governor, only for the video games, and you'd expect, like the Governor, for him to be a total badass with an army and a lot of strength in himself.
He only has one of those things, an army. It consists of about 10 people.
Unfortunately, his army isn't as smart as the Governor's was, and that's actually saying something. Carver basically tries to make you feel like he's in control or relate to you, saying that the player will turn out exactly like him by the end of the season. He ends up like threatening, and he kills a lot of your friends or beats them down to show you his power.
He even kills one of his own.
However, when you finally have him, all you have to do is, Clementine, is jump and punch him in the face, then Kenny shoots him in the kneecaps, crippling him, then beating him to death with a crowbar. 17 times, in fact, until he's dead, and Carver doesn't even put up much of a fight.
Sadly, he and Glenn had the same death, Glenn from the comics.
Both sad and anticlimactic.
Now, with all other 9 out of the way, go to our number 1. The Electricutioner from Batman Arkham Origins.
The Electricutioner is set up to be a badass, considering he's one of 8 assassins hired to take down the Dark Knight himself. Then, he's the second boss that you fight in the game, and it sets him up as this huge badass with electric gloves and a killer instinct to wrestle you to death. However, he's all talk and no show. When the Electricutioner finally fights you, you expect him to be tough, considering he has a high health bar just like every other boss. But all he does is stand around and taunt you. You can't die from him, and you can't kill yourself, making this like very... there's zero effect for failure. You have to fight him, and he goes down in one hit. I know they wanted easier boss fights in Arkham, but this isn't exactly what we had in mind. Nevertheless, he was an anticlimactic boss on purpose, and is therefore our number 1 anticlimactic boss fight.
So we thank you for watching our 50th video special, and we hope that you continue support. I have been thinking about expanding the channel into some other genre, whatever that is. I hope that is also well supported, and please leave a like, comment, please subscribe if you're not, and please share this video with your friends, or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever.
We hope you enjoyed watching Wolf and Friends Games 50th special.
Goodbye.